Right, I'm here with our two champions, Ivana and Dave. Start with you, Ivana. How's the weekend gone for you?
Well, pretty successful, honestly. It was a tougher course than I expected. From what I was told, actually, it was the first time for me here. The course was good. I liked it. It wasn't as radical and as extreme maybe as Molenbourne, but I kind of found it was really tricky. You really had to be concentrated every single shot, otherwise it's out. And I had a really great day today with the girls. It was really really nice to shoot with them, and Gladys and I were really close with scores. Yes. So, well, it was pretty cool.
How do you find, I mean, this has been your first year of doing this, the format, you know, you have effectively a qualifying day and then it changes radically into, you know, the girls group. And, you know, some people would say it's predictable who's going to be in that girls group, maybe more so than the gents. But it's still, you know, which day do you prefer? The Saturday or the Sunday?
I would say today. I think I learned a lot this weekend. But I would say today definitely, because honestly, I don't get to shoot under pressure for that long, for like 5 or 6 hours, or for how much did we shoot today? Yes, and it was very close. I mean, it was always very close.
How much do you pay attention to the scores?
Oh,
just in the back of your head,
we check our scores with each other, but I think Gladys and I both knew what either one of us was shooting every second of the time. But it's not the it's not a question if you know what your opponent has. It's just how you deal with that. Yes. You know, I know that in FIDE as well. So
just talk us through a little bit about when you came into the courtyard to shoot the last last two targets, the bunny and the
55 yards.
What did you think of the bunny?
Oh damn! How am I going to shoot that? My release didn't really listen to me yesterday. That insane bunny. So I was kind of hoping it's going to go faster today, because it's kind of hard to make a shot when you start shaking after 25 seconds of anchoring. So it went pretty good after yesterday.
Did you get the cut right? Because you went 4 and then 5-5, and it was
no, I didn't get the cut right. I shot it a bit low, but just underneath, and my first shot was really low. Yes. Like really scary, touching the 3. Yep. So no, I didn't get the cut right. No. Take too much off.
Okay. So last targets. It's kind of, the last target looks a lot prettier for anybody that watches it on the television than it does for the guys shooting it. It's fairly straightforward for you guys, the last target, I take it.
Well, I don't think it was don't think it was very special, like really really hard or something. It was pretty basic. Yeah. Just the angle wasn't too bad, and it was like 55 yards, so pretty okay.
So for next year, obviously schedules allowing, the other things that you have to do during the summer, are you looking forward to coming back to these?
Definitely. Yeah, I love field. I could shoot field all the time.
Okay. Well, that's very good, and we look forward to seeing you. Obviously, just to warn you, you know, the weather, etc., that they had in Wales this year, that doesn't happen very often.
Don't worry, I did my share of swimming at the World FIDE Championships kind of a couple of years back.
Good. Right, give our gentleman champion. Good weekend's work for you?
Thank you.
Oh, that was more of a yes or a no. I'm reasonably pleased you said thank you.
Well, it was, considering the amount of preparation that I'd put into it, and that was by choice. Yep. Just wanted to, you know, just come out and shoot my arrows, and, you know, where they go, and that was that. And, you know, didn't put a lot of preparation into it, and I fought the fight all the way through because of it. Yep. And but no, it was a good weekend. It felt good.
Out of interest, good victory. I mean, from yesterday, you know, you have said that you weren't overly prepared, etc. And I spoke to you after you'd shot like 2 or 3, 4 targets maybe, and you dropped all the points you dropped very early on yesterday. I mean, when you go back home, you go back to a hotel at night, I mean, did it give you a certain amount of pleasure? What was it, 22 targets clean, something like that, 21, 22? It must have been around that.
Yeah, it was. I cleaned my last 23 targets on Saturday, but it was. Of course. I mean, I was there. I shot them, but Yeah, it does.
You shouldn't have dropped the early ones, but
no, yeah, I absolutely should have dropped them because of the lack of preparedness. Okay. And only one of two things could have happened. Either, I was going to be able to conjure up, what I always do, what I know how to do, what my body knows how to do, and if I can just break my mind free enough to allow all that to kind of start to flow again. I knew it was going to be a little rough, but if I knew I needed to find it and find it quick, and if I found it, then I wasn't going to miss.
Okay. Today, slightly different last
Today was where that lack of preparation definitely comes through. Yeah, it's a little tighter. You're shooting with your competition. Although, like Ivana noted, and I think everybody's seen in the footage, the course was not what I would call hard, but it was very technical.
Yes.
There were little things. Little slight cuts, little slight side hills, little slight footing variations. If you didn't keep track of all of these variables, and you made a bad shot as well,
then it was costly.
You could get yourself in trouble. Yeah.
So for today, slightly, different sort of.
Yeah, I didn't have a stroke today at all. I struggled with execution right from the get-go all the way through until the end. Okay. So that's from lack of preparation.
I have to ask, what happened on this bunny out?
Shot a great shot on the first one.
Yes.
It's it was a steep bunny. It wasn't as difficult as the one we shot yesterday.
No.
Yesterday was roughly the same distance, but it was 55 degrees uphill. This one was 20 yards and only about 40 degrees, 42. Not very challenging. As far as bunnies, first one was great. Climbed in there, was loaded up good. It sat good, went off really smooth. It was a 5. Second one was a little tougher. Had to get a little more preload in there, and it still went off really clean. And the third one, and it happens to everybody, get up there, and your sights it just stuck low and stuck low and stuck low. And I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, doesn't matter. I'm shoot a 4 blindfolded. It's not going to hurt me. I've got 3 arrows to go after this. I think I can close it out. And I just just tried, like everybody does, I tried to muscle it up a little bit, and it muscled all at once, and woo! So, the crowd and the people at home watching, they'll get some entertainment out of it. They'll get good value. Well, hey, keep these guys thinking they got a chance.
Yes. So, your situation changes a little bit for next year. You'll be back on, FITA, etc. Will we see you on these next year?
I've been eligible to shoot U.S. tournaments since February 1st and international tournaments since August 1st. So.
Will we see you on this series?
Depends on where I am in my life. I've been a full-time professional archer for the last 17 years.
You could take a break.
I've shot archery pretty much every day of my life since I can remember. I'm nearly 35 years old now. I've done a lot of things, and I'll tell you, the reason for the lack of preparation and the kind of mundane approach to this, there's a lot of people out there that this really gets their fire going. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of other things in my life that really enrich my life and make me very happy. And competitive archery, it plays a smaller and smaller part of that every day, which I think is another thing that makes it easy for me to come into something with the right approach to it.
Yes.
It's because, you're going to succeed, you're going to fail. And only thing you can control is the choices you make at every turn with every arrow. And you just want to try to go out there and execute at a level you've trained at. And if you can do that, then you're going to stand a good chance. But you've got to have the ambition enough to do it. And it's, take it or leave it,
You've never lost one of these tournaments. We would love to see you back at them, but
again, you're going to say you'd love to see me lose one?
No, I'd love to see you back at them. And to be fair, you've brought a huge amount to this series.
No, I'd love to come back. You guys have treated me really well. It's a great format. It's a lot of arrows. 112 arrows the first day, 60 the last day. It's 172 arrows, and every one of them counts. And when you put them on the terrain that you guys do, that the club set up for us, and you make modifications like shooting the smaller targets on the 35-yarders and making taking the bunnies out to 20 yards and making it difficult, it's a good rewarding challenge, and that excites me. Good. I like that, and yeah, definitely look forward to many more of these. 2012 and beyond.
We'd look forward to you back, warts and all.
Yeah.
So, well done.
Cheers. Thank you.
Always a joy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.